Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to the Code Cracker, the place where we make code simple and fun. In today's video, we are diving into the one of the most important concept in the programming, OOP, that is known as object-oriented programming, and we will learning it in C++ using a super and easy words. If you are new into the coding or just trying to understand the OOP concept, this video is for you. If you like this video, please give us a subscribe to me. And without wasting time, let's go move to the video. What is the OOP? First of all, I'm going to give the brief introduction about the OOP. Then we are going to work on the four pillars of OOP that we should know to understand the OOP. So first of all, what is OOP? Basically, OOP is way of writing a program and organizing a code in the form of classes and objects. In simple word, it's style or writing the code that use objects just like real world things. For example, the object that you have, the object have a data, what are and function, what they can do. It's like that. If I give you a real life example, the example is that think of a car. It has a data like color, speed, model, and it can be do things like start and stop and drive. In OOP, we write a code just like that by creating object that represent the things and in our program. This make our code neat and organized way. And in the OOP, there are two major things that we should know, that is class and object. Let's talk about the class. What is the class? Uh, a class, a class is like a blueprint. A class is like a blueprint, a template. It defines what kind of data function that object will have. It's like the data, like its model, its name, and everything, its color. And object is the thing that will tell us how many is known as instance based on the class. How many, for example, if you take for example, take this example. If you have a class called car, we have to generate a name for a class called car. It may have a data like it have a data, color, speed, and function like drive and brake. These functions that are in the car, we know that car can be drive and can we can also uh, we can also stop the car by pressing the brake, and we also know the color and speed of the car. This is the features of the car that we place in the class that is name is car. And then you create a different car objects. The object is the object that is help to call that the object is that help to use the car class, like and then you can create a different object car one and car two. If you have different cars, you can use the same classes for that car. And basically, why we use the OOP concept? OOP concept is used to make our code very usable, and it will make code organize the code in a very efficient and effective way that help the programmer to understand what he write in the sequence wise, and it's also help to help the readability of our code, and it's also increase the efficiency of our code. It does not make our code complicated and complex. That's why we use the OOP. And Hope there are four major pillars. For we call that major pillars. Pillars also we can call it key concepts of OOP. Without these concept, you cannot able to understand what are the OOPs, what are the OOP, and this concept help in OOP to understand the way of writing your classes and object, and how to use classes and objects. The first the first concept that we should know about the OOP is the encapsulations. Basically, encapsulation is the used to create the data save inside the object. I will explain it in the coming video about the encapsulation with a code example. Today in video, I'm going to give a little bit the introduction to this all the pillars of the skills, all the pillars that are available in the OOP. And the second, that is abstraction, that hide the unnecessary detail, the detail we don't need in the classes, that hide the that details, and only the detail that we are going to use that we need is we are going to show. And inheritance, sorry, and inheritance. Inheritance use the feature of one class and another. Basically, if we created a multiple classes and we want to use the one feature of this class, one feature of the previous class to the another class, we can use inheritance, that inheritance the a feature of a one class to the another class. Polymorphism is the one function does different thing based on the object. If we can, it depend upon the object. If we have a different object, um, different thing. Sorry, if we it's a polymorphism is the one function does just different thing in the base of the we are have a different object, so it perform the different function in the base of the in the base of the objects. It depend upon the object. Let's move to the little bit more detail about the encapsulation. What are the encapsulation? It means putting the data and function together in the one place. Basically, we are putting the data and function into one place, like a class. I told you earlier, class is used to store the feature functionality of the class. We can keep the data safe from outside. It basically help to save the data from the outside. Only the class itself can change its data. We cannot change the data outside the class. Only the class itself can. Inside the class, we can change the data. If I explain you in the very simple and easy word, encapsulation is like putting your data code in a box. We call that the box a class. It helps keep the data protected, so only the class can be change it. This keep our program safe and easy to manage. And the next topic is abstraction. Abstraction. I will also give this about explanation on the abstraction. In this video, we are not going to cover the code because in this video, I'm just giving the introduction to the OOP. And OOP is major thing that we should know about the OOP, and that is abstraction. Basically, abstraction show only what is needed, hide the rest. Only the necessary data, necessary functionality, necessary features of the thing that will going to be shown. Either everything that are going to be hide. For example, when we call a drive, we just use to straining the wheels and pedals. We need this two necessary things, that is wheel and pedal. It should show this thing, but rest of this functionality of car will be get and hide. We don't need to know how the engine work like this. We don't need to know how the engine work. Just we use the immediate data, and the data that we don't need is going to hide. And simple and easy word. What is the uh, abstraction? Is that abstraction means you don't show everything, just what needed. Imagine driving a car. You just use the steering and wheel and pedals. You don't need to understand how the engine works and right. This abstraction is in action. Okay, let's move to the another class. Sorry, let's move to the next slide. What is this? Inheritance. This is the main concept. This concept is the most commonly used in every code when we are working on the classes and object. One class can use the feature of another class. There's a simple line that help you understand. The one class that we created in previously, but we want to use that class in the another class that is the main feature that help to inherit that the feature of that class to the another class. We save the time and avoid the repeating of code. That basically save the time to create, save the time and avoid the repeating of the code. And that help to save the time. We don't need to make another class with the same feature. Just we're going to take the feature from the previous class and just to use in the new class. Dog class can use all the feature of animals like this. For example, if I give you in simple and easy word, inheritance lets one class use a thing from another class. And let's say we have animal class. Take this example. Let's say we have animal class, and now if we create a dog class, we make it inherited from the animal because so mm, because dog is also animals, so we know that the feature that animal have should a dog also have. So that's why it's similar to that we can inherit the features from the previous class to another class. So dog will automatically get the all the features of animals. Cool, right? And this is the inheritance. I hope you will understand. And this seventh sorry, the fourth uh, major pillar is polymorphism. Inheritance and polymorphism is most commonly used whenever we working on the project. Uh, Means many forms. Basically, polymorphism means many forms. Polo. Polymorphism mean many forms. One function can work in different ways of different classes. Like one function of a class can work in a different way of different classes, and they work in a different way in the different classes. For example, speak function can mean bark for a dog and mew for the cat. These functions can mean the bark from the dog and mew for the cat. It's like similarly the function that can use the different form in the different classes in the different way in the different form different classes. This is known as a polymorphism. If the for example that the dog function, sorry, the dog class has a CP function that tell that the dog can bark, and the same function that is in the cat class has speak function that tell that the cat say me cat meows. If I give you example in easy way, that is that poly, polymorphism sound fancy, but it's simple. It means the same function can work differently depending on the object. Like if you having a speak function for a dog, it might bark. For a cat, it might meow. One function, many forms, that is known as polymorphism. I hope you will understand what is a polymorphism. This is a basic example of the op. First of all, we create the class that I told you earlier that help to identify what functionality that we are going to use in the what kind of functionality, what is kind of functionality related to the class we are going to use. For example, we are creating the class that is named with the animal, and this is a specifiers, and that I will also explain you in the coming videos. So don't if you don't able to understand, just wait for a new lecture. And due to some reason, I'm not able to upload the videos for 12 day. I'm sorry for that, but the coming video, I'm going to upload video one day, one after one day. Um, for example, we create a class that is animal. Now we know that the animal has a function feature, has a functionality that he can bark, he can speak. Sorry, he can speak. And then we create a function with a speak, that animal can speak, that it display the message. When we call this animal class, it will display the message that animal can speak. An animal can speak, and then basically this example, and then we create a class dog public animal. Now in this second part, we are inheriting the code from the animal class. It's basically that I told you in the previous lectures what is inheritance. This is the example of that code. This is a simple example of classes and objects. Sorry, this is a simple example of classes and object. And this second question, this is the inheritance. This is example of inheritance. Basically, we creating a new class with the name of dog. And there was the name of dog, and in the dog class we are using the functionality of that animal class. That in animal class there is a word speak function. So this word speak function can also be used in this dog class. Then we create a class dog and public, that is animal, and that means we can use this animal for class functionality in this dog class. And then we tell that choose the functionality of this polymorphism. And it's also happen here, polymorphism is working also here. Just it changing the functionality of CP function in this class dog class. It in this animal, it says that animal speak, but in the public class and the dog class it will change it to the dog barks. Just we're going to change the animal speak into dog bark, depend upon the function that we are using in the different classes. In the dog function, it display the message the dog bark, and now we know, but we are using the functionality of animal function inside this dog class. Okay, let's talk about the benefits of using OPA. Make a big programs and easier to manage with it. It basically help to organize the code in easier and manageable form. For example, we creating the code, it help to create the code in a form of easier, and it's also help to shorten the code. We don't need to make the functions a lot of time. For example, It's also help to reuse the code and save the time. It's helps to use we can reuse the class that we created previously in the different part of code also, and it also save the time. We can just reuse that code and for our tasks. Make program and easy to understand. It's also help to make the program to easy and understand. Making of classes and object, it help to understand what kind of functionality that we are using. Like I told you in previous slides, and help to organize the code better and using classes. It organize the code and better using classes. Let's. I will explain the benefit in simple and easy way, so it will help to understand for everyone. OOP has so many benefits. It helps to organize your code. It saves the time by you using the code. It makes your code easy to update. And most of all, it just make your life as a programmer easier. Okay, then let's move to the conclusion of this code. OOP is easy and powerful way to write the program. It's also easy. It is not complicated. It's a little bit. It is easy. Just you may have to go good. You have to take good grip in the four pillars of the OOP. Without this pillar, you are not able to understand the OOPs. It use the object to make code simple. It use the objects to make the code simple, and learn the four main ideas: encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, and more polynomial. So so to wrap it up, OOP is a super helpful way to structure your C++ code. Just remember the four key ideas: encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. Practice using them, and you will build a cleaner and smarter program in no time. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a lesson from Code Cracker. And comment below if you want a part to with real coding example or quizzes. Thank you for watching. I'm Ali Hamza. I will catch you in the next video helping coding. See you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.